everybody, I'm Kaila Knies, your Regional Specialist in the South with State of Indiana Cooperative Invasives Management, working under the Indiana Invasives Initiative program. This video showcases some of the amazing work that my CISMAs here in the South have done in 2021, so I hope you enjoy. The first county I want to take you to is Posey County in the southwest corner of the state. The Posey Invasives Partnership has done many amazing things this past year, but certainly the most notable was partnering with the University of Illinois Extension, River to River Cooperative Weed Management Area, Southern Illinois University, the Indiana Department of Natural Resources, and many others to host a Japanese chafflower summit in August that reached participants worldwide. The summit featured both a virtual conference and in-person field days. Here is a short clip from the field day at Hovey Lake Fish and Wildlife Area in Posey County.
My name is Zach Shaner. I'm the property manager here at Hovey Lake Fish and Wildlife Area. Hovey Lake Fish and Wildlife Area is a Indiana Department of Natural Resource property. One of the main purposes of this property is to offer an area for outdoor recreation for many different user groups. The property itself is located in extreme southwest Indiana at the confluence of the Ohio and the Wabash River. The property is 7,500 acres and offers large and small oxbow lakes across the property, as well as cypress sloughs, open marshlands, bottomland hardwoods, and also some floodplain woods. But one of our main purposes here at the property is to offer high quality wildlife habitat, and that's when Japanese chafflower and other non-native plants become a problem for us. Japanese chafflower is an invasive plant that we've seen come onto the Hovey Lake Fish and Wildlife Area property in the past few years. It's a wetland invasive plant. It's often spread by seed floating down rivers or seed attached to fur from different animal species. We've seen this pop up on the property roughly 3 years ago. We're located in the floodplain, so every time we get a flood here, we see a lot more seed deposited on the property. We're in the early stages of a program to help control this plant. To date, we have done treatments with triclopyr, glyphosate, imazapyr. We've had good results killing individual plants in small populations, but haven't developed a program to totally control this plant on the property. One thing we're looking to do in the next year or two is develop a better program for control. One aspect of that is mapping the entire population or population segments across the property, and then getting into more of a detailed treatment program.
Next, I want to take you to Vanderburgh County, where the Vanderburgh County CISMA has been hard at work. Out at the Northwoods Trail in Evansville, Indiana, they have consistently held weed wrangles at Northwoods for years. I was just there a few weeks ago, and the impact they have made on controlling the invasive species there is incredible. We were even able to spot some crane fly orchids coming back after the invasives were cleared around them. Next, I would like to highlight the Warwick Invasive Species Partnership in Warwick County. This past year they have accomplished so much and consistently hold weed wrangles every year. And for the first time, the Warwick Invasive Species Partnership chose the Castle North Middle School to provide students and their parents a chance to learn about invasive plants during a weed wrangle. The event was such a success that they even attracted the attention of 14 News.
It was a learning experience for kids in Warwick County. The Castle North Middle School Weed Wrangle taught kids about invasive plants and how they're damaging southern Indiana. The group of 30 treated and removed those invasive plants, which organizers say is causing environmental harm. The group found autumn olive and Asian honeysuckle plants, as well as privet.
Next, let's take a look at Perry County and Spencer County. The Perry-Spencer Land and Native Species Team is a brand new CISMA just starting to get on their feet. They held their very first weed wrangle at Sunset Park in Tell City, Indiana this year to remove winter creeper vines that were blocking the view of the river.
This river walk is a mile long end to end, and it obviously takes advantage of where Tell City is on the Ohio River. We saw today the winter creeper starting to block that view where you can't even see the main reason this walk is here. So I think it's important that we learn how to control that and start to control it, or we'll lose the reason we're here.
It was a great success and restored some of the view to the river. A city council member walking his dog even stopped to talk to the group and thanked us for cleaning up the riverfront. The Perry Spencer Land and Native Species team plans to keep holding weed wrangles at Sunset Park for the near future. Next, let's jump to the southeast counties of my region, starting with the Floyd County Native Habitat Restoration Team. They held their first in-person weed wrangle at Mount St. Francis in partnership with the Soil and Water Conservation District and Purdue Extension, and were able to remove invasives that were crowding out native plants such as cutleaf grape fern. The Floyd County Native Habitat Restoration Team also teamed up with the CISMA in Clark County, called the Clark County Harmful Invasives Removal Project, to have a weed wrangle at Lapping Park. There were around 30 people in attendance, including some very passionate disc golfers. The Clark County Harmful Invasives Removal Project, the Floyd County Native Habitat Restoration Team, the Clark County Soil and Water Conservation District, and the Purdue Extension agent all worked together to get a grant from the National Association of Conservation Districts and were awarded a grant for invasive species control, 5 native plant gardens, and signs for the disc golf course at Lapping Park. We were one of 8 total projects that were funded by the National Association of Conservation Districts. The Clark County Harmful Invasives Removal Project has received several grants in 2021, including a State of Indiana Cooperative Invasives Management Competitive Grant last year to install a native plant garden at Charlestown State Park, a biodiversity grant from the Indiana Native Plant Society for boot brush stations to be placed at trailheads along the Knobstone Trail, an Indiana Forestry Education Foundation grant for a tool share program, and lastly, an Indiana American Water Environmental Grant in partnership with the City of Charlestown and the Soil and Water Conservation District to remove calorie pear trees from the main street in town. The last but certainly not the least is the Harrison County Native Habitat Alliance. In 2021, they held 2 garlic mustard pools, one at Hazelwood Nature Reserve near Corydon, Indiana, and the other at the Harrison Crawford State Forest. The Harrison County Native Habitat Alliance also developed a strike team and has been working out at the Harrison Crawford State Forest to eradicate a new population of Japanese chafflower. Additionally, the Harrison County Native Habitat Alliance held a Glade Appreciation Day with site visits to Buena Vista Glade with the Nature Conservancy to look at some of the amazing plants that grow there. They plan to offer this event annually.